The young and the restless, Michael tells Lauren a half-truth, Sally gives Billy an ultimatum, and Jack wants to team with the mustache. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, Soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. At Society, now that he's revealed Kane's evil plan, Michael wants to move on to ear nibbling. Lauren nixes that. She needs to know how he plans to single-handedly save Genoa City. Michael explains Kane hired him and wants to put his special skill set to use. Lauren fumes, "You're kidding me? You're going to be his fixer?" This keeps getting worse and worse. She's furious that he took the job without even speaking to her. He starts to say he wanted to protect her, and she threatens him with a butter knife. Michael explains he doesn't want her to be legally affected, which tells Lauren that he'll be doing something illegal. Lauren worries Kane's setting him up to take the fall when his scheme fails. Fuming, Lauren tells Michael she wants him to stay out of it. Michael rails that Kane is threatening people they loved. Lauren won't let him put himself at risk. Michael refuses to be a spectator. Realizing she won't talk him out of it, Lauren decides she's just glad he's not working with Victor. Except he is. She asks how deep he's gotten himself with Ashby. At the Overlook, Billy pleads with Sally to trust him. He knows now where he went wrong. Sure, Jan. Sally astutely points out he still hasn't said anything about giving up Chancellor. She's watched this fixation rip everything away from them. Billy can't grasp how this affects their relationship. Sally can't compete with it. And she doesn't want to. "I want to know that you're done." Sally rants about being collateral damage and exclaims, "You gambled me and my future." She's learned her lesson and will figure out how to get what she wants on her own. Billy apologizes and admits he wanted it all. Sally doesn't know how to move forward if nothing changes. Billy claims that he and Jack are united against Kane. He dangles Abbott Communications, but Sally still wants to hear that he's moving on from revenge on Jill. He has to make a choice. Chancellor or me. At the Abbott house, Jack and Diane are still lecturing Kyle after his outburst at the jazz lounge with Audra. Circling back to Billy, Jack has a rant about his brother being all over the place and still fixated on Chancellor. If Jill becomes any more a part of this equation, Billy will burn everything down. Jack can't let that happen. As Kyle suggests, calling a meeting with Jabot's chief technology officer, Jack stuns his wife and son by declaring he's going to do the one thing he never thought he'd have to do. Join forces with the mustache to take Kane Ashby down. On the Kane train, which still has no security, Ashby's surprised to see Victor come through the door. The Newman is tired of waiting for his answer about attacking Jabot. Kane stalls and Victor declares that they'll proceed. Tomorrow. After some back and forth about Victor's threat to expose his late father, Kane asks what he gets out of this deal. Victor say he can keep his companies and add Jabot as a new toy in his collection. Kane's going to need more. He wants Newman Media to tell the world that Colin turned his life around, so his children can be proud. Victor mockingly says this warms the cockles of his heart. He'll consider it. He reminds Ashby he's in no position to negotiate. Is he in or out? Once he walks out the door, the deal is off the table. At the Overlook, Billy's not happy with Sally giving him an ultimatum. Sally chastises him for acting like she's being selfish when he's the one doing that. She would hate to believe that a company means more to him than she does. "Me or Chancellor?" she asks again. When Billy hesitates, Sally tearfully informs him that's all she needs to know. Billy starts a new protest and apology spiel. Sally warns that his choices have consequences. Billy wants her in his future whatever it takes. "I choose you, Sally, if you will have me." Caving, Sally tells him she loves him. In a line that should have her running for the hills, Billy replies, "I promise. We will get everything we want." At Society, Lauren complains that Michael has traded one risky job for another. Michael knows he can control the outcome of this situation. Lauren wants to know that there are no more secrets, and then she'll be on board, for now. Michael merely kisses her hand. At the Abbott house, Diane and Kyle are appalled by Jack's suggestion that they team up with Victor. It's not a viable option. Diane asks if the threat of Kane is really worth waving a white flag in front of the Black Knight, who hates him. Diane and Kyle try at length to talk Jack out of it, but he won't budge. "Trust me, I know what I'm doing." Michael arrives at the Kane train, where he and Victor put on a show as the mustache accuses his old friend of betraying him by hooking up with Ashby. Victor wants an answer from Kane, who tells him no. Victor walks out,